Alright, so this is the box. This is Wild Turkey collection. So the box is the same, but if you can spot the difference, yeah, the sheath's not the same. Not even close. So there's that. And so that's okay. Let's look at the knife. Here's the knife. Now you might be thinking, oh, that's wonderful, until you notice it's kind of crooked. We're talking about the big knife, the Dirk, if you will. And I bought this with my own money. I am not a sponsor. I would like a sponsor, but you know, right now we're just doing budget reviews. And in my last knife video, which was it was kind of a surprise, it was not my purchase. It was from a family member. It was a Christmas present, and I was really impressed. The knife was really cool. And so I've been jonesing for something a little more medieval. And, you know, so it's a cool design, and it's kind of like, so long as you are, you know, as long as you don't look at it too closely, it's not bad. Is it sharp? Well, let's not get too carried away. It's pointy. Yeah, so that's why I'm kind of frustrated. I mean, I kind of recognize the poor craftsmanship, and it's coming from the same place, and it could be coincidence. But my porcelain sword, it's crooked, slightly warped, and again, great design. I use it for pictures all the time, and I would love to someday actually be able to afford to have a nice sword. You know. But it is what it is. And we got this one. That's a little bit smaller. Same company, and stainless steel. But whoever made this one, no, at least it's, you know, whoever made this one, at least it's half decent straight. You know, I expect deformations because it is handmade. So there's that, and this is supposed to be camel bone, and it definitely looks like camel bone, as someone that has been overseas. But no expert in camel bone, but I've seen camel bone things made out of camel bone, and it feels like camel bone. So that's that. Small, it's, you know, but the blades, it's not crooked. That's cool. I like that. This one, you know, it's good to look at a distance. It'd be great at the wall, and as long as you have your beer goggles on and you're not a perfectionist, it's a nice, kind of a cool replica wall hanger. And so impulse buy, yeah. Impulse buy. So I don't really got anything good to say except it's a cool design, and as long as you look far away from it. Oh yeah, I did have something bad to say about it. A lot of these companies, they switch their names, and I'm not sure if it's just they're changing ownership or if it's just quality control. They get so many complaints, and yeah, so that's that. I'll send pictures of my porcelain sword, and if you look at this, you'll notice there's something. There's a similar build, similar quality, different companies, but it's just not there. It's just not. You know, they change. So, overall impression of the Wild Turkey hand collection knives. Would I rely on them as working tools? I mean, even though this is kind of, it's, you know, maybe it's your style. Would I take it into the wilderness and rely on it? No, probably not. Probably not. Um, but at least it's straight, the quality, and I feel like I got what I get, at least what I was looking for out of this one. This one, I wasn't expecting much. I was hopeful. I at least was going to be straight, and quality control's not there. You can, it's. So that's the Dagger. So would I be upset? Would I be sad if I lost this? No. It's all right, but it's a cool knife. Great letter opener. This will be in the corner someplace. Will I use it? Maybe as a prop. Maybe. We'll see. From a distance, it looks nice from a distance. Hey, from a distance. Am I happy with it? I know I got what I paid for. I used to have the handle a little bit straight. I mean, I had to bend it back straighter. So beware. If you see the same design, these come in different designs, and they're very photogenic. I'll give them that. They're very photogenic, but they will change companies. And if it's from Pakistan, nothing against them, because I'll buy things. I have a Chinese katana. I'm not a blade snob. Here's a helicopter in the background. Someone's probably lost, and hopefully they find them. But anyways, yeah, knives. So beware of poshland. Beware of, as long as you know what you're getting for, you can kind of see. Can you see how crooked that is? It's slightly crooked. It's supposed to be a straight. So the handle's crooked. And again, this might have happened in the mail. It was a soft package. It wasn't packed very well. And if it came from Pakistan, it might have been dropped a lot, and it might have been underneath something, huge. But when I show you my sword, and you will recognize this kind of the same pattern, the same method of the blade, the Damascus, and shipping. I'll blame the shipping on the crooked blade, but the other stuff I'm not happy about, and they will change different. They'll change the company name, so recognize it. And if you are someone that would like something nice and was wanting to buy this as a gift, I do not recommend it. Do not recommend it, because it's like, first it's like, oh, and then it's, oh my, it's the so long as they're sloshed and they have bad eyes, great gift. If they can't see very well, and might be a great gift. Especially if you want to buy something special for somebody, and this is a budget knife. Looks cool. Nice handle, nice wooden handle. It's just crooked, and the blade was off, oh. I should have took a picture right out of it, but I was like, oh my, yeah, like, it's my money. I have to keep it. As I'm not making anything off the YouTube videos, I'm not making anything off of advertisements, and would I say no? If I got some money off of advertisements, I would happily get an advertisement if they could make something of quality. And I think I can, look at this. I might be a amateur photographer, but I have the best landscapes. I may have not the lighting all done, and it's shaky, and I forgot my tripod, but if I had a good product, can I sell it? Absolutely, I would love to, but that's not the case. And so yeah, I'm a writer primarily. This is mostly for entertainment and to get your attention. And if you would like to listen to some of my audiobooks, which are absolutely free, check them out.
Chapter 1.
Yeah.
Helvisti. Nora took in a deep breath as the ship sailed out of the harbor and tugged at her long fur overcoat that blocked the cold wind as she turned for one last look back at the city. She would miss Takroon and its cozy, bone-white wattle and daub buildings with their shaggy thatch roofs. She watched them fade away until all that could be seen was lush green hills dotted with flocks of sheep and smiling shepherds that waved at the ship as it sailed on by. Both sheep and shepherds seemed to be so happy. Those lovely green whirling hills seemed so quiet and peaceful. Day by day she watched the landscape change, from pleasant, lush green hills to dark, gloomy, and jagged granite. These mountains were not green at all. Any speck of color was the beginning of a pale blue glacier peeking over the jagged ridges. Nora grimaced. Even the pine trees near the shoreline seemed more black than green. The crew trimmed their sails as the ship slipped into the busy sea lane that led to their final destination. Her determined sky-blue eyes gazed up at the Helvisti lighthouse on the snow-capped mountain that overlooked the city and large port below. The city stood out like a gem wedged between two seams of granite stone. Nora suspected the brightly colored buildings of randomly assorted, vibrant purples, blues, and bright greens were to make up for the perpetually oppressive, gloomy gray clouds and harsh, jagged, snow-capped mountains that sheltered the city from the Baru waste beyond.